Hey guys, I wanted to bring you another technique video that I thought was just awesome, and you guys probably all know about it, but I just thought I would come on here and share it with you just in case, there's new people on my channel, because I know there are some new to the mixed media world, and maybe you'll find this interesting, and you can work it in with your fall projects with some leaves. And if you have a basic leaf stamp, even better. One that's less detailed, even better. Um, it's called the kissing technique. I know. I was like, what are you talking about? Kissing? What? But it's true. And I guess it's one of those, why didn't I think about that, right? And it's been around for God only knows how long. I don't know. And I first seen it on Jennifer McGuire's channel, and I'll try to find the video. I have it saved in my watch later. I'll find the video and I'll link it in the description box so you can go and see her technique video with it. And I've seen it on somebody else's video that I also have saved. And I can't remember which one, but I know I definitely seen it on Jennifer McGuire's videos. So I will link that for you. But basically the premise is you take, and you really want a stamp that's less detailed, okay? Something that's very boring and blah, and you're going to spice it up, right? But I guess you could use something that already has detail and just add to it. But so what you do is you take your very blah, and I'm going to use a leaf, and I've been doing some practicing, and I'll go over these with you. But I'm going to use a leaf, and it doesn't have any detail. This is a very basic leaf shape, right? And you take your less detailed stamp and you ink it up like you normally would. But then you take another stamp, one that's got a lot of detail in it, okay? And you put ink on that. So you're going to have two ink stamps. What you're going to do is you're going to take your primary image stamp that you're trying to get, and you want some detail to it, and you're going to take this stamp and you're going to kiss it to, you're going to put it to the other stamp, and you're going to kiss it to the texture there, and it's going to pick up the texture, the design from this stamp is going to be on here, and then you stamp it on your paper, and voila, this stamp, very boring, now has a new design on it, and it gives it life. It brings it to life, and that's what I've done here. So I've taken that leaf, and the other thing that you want to remember when doing this is that you want to have a light and dark contrast. Generally, and I don't know, I have found, and watching their videos, they did this too, that you want the detailed stamp to have the darker ink, and I'm also going to do an embossing technique with it too, or the emboss ink, right? Because that's what's going to stand out, and you want the stamp to have the lighter colored ink. And I didn't quite get that here because I used my VersaFine Gray, which is my darker color, and then I also used my Acorn Sepia brown color, but they kind of got too dark. They were too dark together, so I didn't quite didn't quite get the process down with my first stamp, okay? But then I did in my second run. I took out the sepia colored ink, and I kept the gray, and I used white ink. I have the StazOn opaque white, and so I put the white on my leaf, and then I used my gray on my detailed stamp, and that's how I got, and there was a little residual of the acorn, so it is a little bit, you'll see both colors in there, but then you'll see that leaf now, which doesn't have any markings on it, see, my leaf doesn't have any striations, has now gotten some nifty little texture in there, okay? And then this one, I used my archival Orange Blossom, I love this color, with the gray, and that's how I got this one, okay? And these were just quick tests, right? And then I had a little bit of, I took the orange on there, and then I had the embossing ink on here. No, I take that back. I had the embossing ink on here, and right, I had the embossing ink on this one and the gray over here. And so when I embossed, the full leaf got embossed, but it just has the gray in the background on this one, right? And then I did the reverse over here. This one, I put the orange on this one, and I put the embossing ink over here, and then I embossed. And so you got the embossed raised striations from this stamp, which is very textured. It's got some crisscross markings there. So you can do it either way. You can either have the entire image embossed with some engraved etching or markings behind the, within the embossing, or you could have the embossing raised and just have the stamp flat. So that's what I'm going to show you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a different stamp this time. Okay. And I thought this would be a cool thing to share, so you can make some interesting leaves for your fall projects that you may have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my stamp, and I'm going to first put it over here, and I'm going to take my paper and put it in my MISTI. And if you don't have a stamping platform, you can just use a stamping block. You can use the top side of your ink pads, whatever, if you don't have it, just use what you have. Find a way to just have something to this is a stamping block to be able to put your, even tape. If you only have nothing flat to put your stamp on, use Scotch tape. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to first, let's get out this stamp here. Put that over there. That. Okay. So I'm going to, and I'm not really caring, I'm just going to mark up a part of this, but I'm not really looking for the, or really caring about the letters or words that I'm picking up. I'm just kind of like inking up the bottom of this, right? Just getting some ink on there, because the lettering, the words on here are very tiny. And then I'm going to take my orange blossom, and I'm going to ink up my stamp. And then I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to put that on there without moving it. Okay, yep, I picked it up, and I'm going to make sure that this is actually over this way, more so than the other way. Perfect. And I'm going to push down. I'm going to lift up. Aha! It's smudged a little bit because I moved it, but let me bring you guys down instead of me coming up. Let me just do that. All right. And let me turn the focus up. Make sure you guys are clear and can see everything well. Well, it'd be okay if, now I got to put you guys in view. I hope that you guys had clarity. Okay, there we go. And I think you can see now. Let me see. Do I need to put on the focus? No, focus off. I think it's better without that. Okay. So, okay, and so now I'm going to wash off my stamp. Okay. And let's do the white technique so you can see that. Just plain white ink on the stamp. I'm going to move it over some. So, and the neat thing about a stamping platform is, I'll show you. You put your stamp on your paper wherever you want it. Okay. Make sure your paper is straight and where you want it. You put your stamp down. And I think there's a couple different brand stamping platforms out there now. I have this one because it was gifted to me. Thank you, my Teresa. So I'm going to get the stamp on there. And obviously, I need to get, there we go, should hold the paper. Make sure you guys can see. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna stamp this up. This white ink is very sticky. It's like got a sticky consistency on the pad, so it's like sticks to it. Okay, and then make sure that this has some wet ink. Okay, and I think actually I can do this, can't I? On here, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna pick up the ink this way. I don't know how much pressure you can put on the topper without causing it to break. Okay, and so see there, you can see the outline of the. I think you need to come in just a little bit more too. I mean, you guys can probably see it, but oops, other way, Shauna. There we go. So see, you can see the leaf there. You can see the words in there. Like I said, this one I kind of smeared when I put the stamp on there, but you can see you got coloring and you got the stamping. This one is very light in color and you got more of the words. So you can mix and match. Just remember you want a light and a dark, right? For contrast, for it to be able to show. Okay, and then the other last thing I wanted to show you guys was the, yeah. So we're going to, yeah, let's emboss this baby. I'll put that on last. So let's see, what color do we want to use? I guess I'll just use the orange still, because these are fall leaves. I got my stamp. Oh, actually, let's move it over one. So make sure I have enough room for it to stamp. Okay, good. I'm just over here inking up my stamp. Okay, yeah, that's all. So you guys can see there. Okay, and then I'm going to put my I like this little daughter thing. I got this, and it's finally using it, and it's actually kind of nice. Okay, I hope I didn't move my wording. Let's just see what we've got here. I'll put that on there. Okay. Oh wow, it's going to be nice. Okay, and so then I'm going to. Then I want to get embossing powder inside there. I'll take off my paper. I'm going to pour my embossing powder on there. I'm just discovering all kinds of things with all my new equipment in the studio. And I'm going to be sharing all kinds of techniques as I see them and use them. Okay, and we're going to warm up our heat gun in a second. It's nice and hot. And then we're going to put it to our paper. And watch it light up. Oh. And so now you see that very boring leaf image is you can really take it to another level with the kissing technique. I still get a kick out of that. I mean, it makes sense though. You're kissing one stamp to the other. So yeah, it makes total sense. But I thought that was just very unique. So, you know, for those of you that already know this technique, maybe you know some unique ways to incorporate it other than the ones I've shown here, or you want to see me use it in some unique ways, let me know in the comments, and I will we'll do a project. I am going to finish up this video now, and I have another video I'm preparing for you guys. I'm going to do another card video. I got a watercolor warm-up video in preparation for, so more videos coming. But do try this, and if you do, let me see your makes, okay? Your creations with this fun technique. But I thought this would be a good way to do something fresh and new with your fall projects, you know. And if you don't have a leaf stamp, cut out some paper, and if you have, maybe you have some embossing ink that you can paint on, and then emboss with, without the stamp. And without this technique. So, just create. That's just the thing. Is just stay creative. But if you have some stamps, give it a go. Very fun technique. And as I get more, I will definitely have some more exploration going on. I don't have a lot of basic stamps that have no design in them, because I'm a texture girl, so most of the stamps I have texture. But if I get more stamps in that don't have texture, we'll definitely give it a go and see how we end up. So, all right, guys, thank you for watching. Love you all. Hey, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down on your way out. If you're not subscribed, please do so. Make sure you click that bell, because that's important, and you'll be notified when I put new videos up. Okay? All right. See you guys later. Bye.